Hey, Jarek here. And you remember that QBZ I got? The one that was just a regular flywheel Nerf gun? The one that's pretty cool in its own right? Yeah, that one. Well, I got another QBZ, and this one, while not being as practical, is indefinitely cooler. Yeah, this thing is awesome, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm going to put a link down below in the video information as to where you can buy this thing. Keep in mind that website has this listed in a drop-down menu. The title is like Electric M416, which works like this one, but it's an M416. If you want the QBZ, you're going to have to access the drop-down menu. I couldn't find this thing forever. When I first saw this, it was in a YouTube video from that website. But since they don't have a listing for this one specifically and no link in the video information in that video, I couldn't find it. I had no idea where it was. And I love the Type 95, Type 97, QBZ, whatever you want to call it. So I needed this. But it was so hard to find. So yeah, you're welcome. It's linked down below if you're like me and you really wanted it. I also would recommend buying a few extra magazines and some extra shells. And you can also get a drum mag if you really want, which is awesome. This drum mag does make it a little uncomfortable to hold as it kind of gets in the way. Sort of blocks your arm a little bit, your forearm kind of bumps into it, but it's manageable and really, you get a drum mag. Like, come on, I can't really complain too much. I should point out that that website is in China, so if you order from that site, you're not going to get it instantly. It'll take roughly 30 days if you live in North America. I've ordered other things from that website, and considering they're shipping from China, I get it relatively quickly, and I've yet to have a problem with them, so I can definitely recommend them. Also, I can't find this literally anywhere else, so you don't have much choice. Anyway, once you get this thing out of the box, it's already put together. You don't really need to do anything. Except this little barrel extension. This won't be on it, but it's just friction fitted onto the front, and there you go, you're done, you're ready to go. That's nice. A lot of these other Chinese-made ones, there's like 5 different pieces you have to put together. It's a mild inconvenience, but this one, you can just take it out of the box and go. This also comes with a bunch of other accessories, as you probably have noticed, including a fake aim point with lens covers, even though it doesn't really have lenses. This is just a fake red dot. It has a glowing green light in there, but again, it's just for looks. It's just a fake red dot. It also has an angled foregrip, which is relatively comfortable, at least for me, and it came with a laser, which I put on the right side. You can even fold down the front sight if you want to, in case you have another optic here and it's blocking it, but I'm gonna leave it up because it's not blocking what I'm looking at, and I think that looks better. Okay, so how does this function? What is this? Well, this is an AEG. It's not a flywheeler, so it's pretty straightforward. You go ahead and load up your casings with darts. You put the casings in these magazines. The regular mag can hold 8 casings. The drum mag can hold 19. It says it can hold 20, but it can only hold 19. Close enough. Loading these is actually really simple, although it is time consuming. The battery is loaded into the bottom of the grip here, and it actually uses the same exact battery that the M249 SAW and MG3 that I covered a while ago uses. It's a 7.4 volt LiPo battery, pretty small. It also comes with a USB charger that will glow red when plugged in and then turn off when it's fully charged. So as long as you have access to a USB port, you should be able to charge the battery for this thing. Once you're loaded and the battery is in and connected, simply put the magazine in, and then you have 3 options. If it's on safe, you can fire it manually like any Springer. If it's on semi or full, you will have to cock the gun. Here, let me take this out real quick, and then the sort of dust cover thing will close. So I'll put it on auto. If I pull the trigger, nothing will happen. I will need to cock it, and once that black piece is pulled back, that's when you can fire. And then when you put it to safe, it will decock the spring, and you can go back to firing it manually again. I love that it decocks the spring when you put it on safe. Most airsoft guns don't even do that. And leaving the spring compressed is pretty bad for it. So yeah, when you're done shooting, be sure to put it on safe and decompress the spring. This thing is awesome. I've not had a single malfunction. It's never jammed. It shoots the darts like it's supposed to, with the exception of one problem. I ordered 2 of these regular magazines so I could do quick reloads, because it's just fun to do, and the other one doesn't work. It seems like it would, except the spring in the other one isn't strong enough to push the last casing into the chamber. And that's a really, really big issue, because what happens is that on the last casing, it sort of jams itself in the gun and locks up the whole gearbox, which is really bad for the gun, because that's how you strip gears and stuff like that, by jamming up a gearbox. It also makes a horrendous noise when that happens. Yep. This magazine don't work. And that's a very concerning noise. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but I thankfully have, you know, an extra magazine that I bought, and of course the drum mag, which has worked like a dream, which is rather ironic considering how picky real drum mags can be. So yeah, I would highly recommend you buy some extra magazines just in case you run into that problem, and also because you're probably going to want extra magazines and some extra casings. The dart situation with this gun is pretty interesting. I'll let previous Jarek explain that. So the darts this gun comes with are these darts. They're a little longer than half-length darts. You can see the difference right there. And the way you load this gun is by shoving these darts into the cases, which they sit just perfectly flush with the casing. However, if you really want to, you can put half-length darts into these. Now the half-length darts are obviously shorter than the cases, but they fit in and seem to make a snug seal just fine. So I wanted to see if half-length darts work better than the darts this gun comes with, which would be very convenient, because then you can just use your half-length darts and you don't have to buy a bunch of specific darts for the gun. So I have 2 different magazines here. You can see one of them has the default darts, one has the Worker Gen 3 half-length darts. I'll start with the default darts. Yeah, that's correct. I'll just do full auto mag dumps for both of these. That's when you can kind of really start to see wild variations if darts decide to not work. And while this isn't very far away, it's only like 15 feet, it's enough to really see which one has better performance. So, yeah, doesn't shoot too hard with the default darts. Let's go ahead and try the Worker Gen 3s, and if they even work at all with it, maybe we'll get jams, who knows. So I did see some deviation with the Worker Gen 3 darts. I want to do that test one more time. Okay, another fully loaded magazine with Worker Gen 3 darts, just another mag dump. What I saw last time was a bit of deviation from the Worker Gen 3s that stopped short, but it mostly shot straight otherwise, so I just want to see if that's consistent and that happens more often. Yeah, these definitely shoot a lot straighter. I've shot the darts this gun came with quite a bit off camera, and those don't shoot as hard and they deviate left, right, and whatnot. Occasionally with Worker Gen 3 darts, you get one, like out of an entire magazine, that will kind of stop a little short, but not jam. So Worker Gen 3 darts definitely do fire better. So you can use your regular half-length darts if you want to. Like, they work perfectly fine, they don't jam. I unfortunately don't have any Adventure Force half-length darts to test on me. But I imagine those would also work if Worker Gen 3 darts work. This is an AEG, so it's not a case of a flywheeler jamming up, so yeah, all in all, this thing is awesome. It's a lot of fun to shoot. It works exactly like it's supposed to. It's almost full size. I think it's a little bit smaller than the Type 97. You can really tell by this magazine. This is definitely not 223 size or 545 size. Not 545, I don't remember what round China uses, but it's definitely not full size. It's just barely a little bit smaller, but it's significantly better than other Nerf guns I've gotten that are basically toy sized. I really couldn't recommend this thing enough. Like, if you just want a really cool shell ejecting automatic toy to play with, this is definitely up there. Like, I got this one over the M416, which I'll probably end up getting at some point anyway, because I love the QBZ. Like, this is just such a cool gun. And I'm gonna stop myself because I can sit here and ramble about it all day long. Let's just end this review and show off this thing shooting.